Hi guys, welcome back. Look at this, 2 videos in 2 weeks. I'm officially a YouTuber. Well, today I thought I'd show you how I edit a couple of my pictures that I posted on Instagram not too long ago. Hope you enjoy. So guys, welcome back. So recently I went out with my friend Summer and we basically went into the woods. We took a few pictures. She brought a few different change of clothes and we just sort of went with it. Both of us had never been to the location before, so we just sort of had a wander around and seen what we come up with really. This is probably one of my favourite shots that I captured. So these are obviously all unedited that I'll show you first, then I'm just going to pop my preset on and then talk you through like what I did, if that makes sense. So I oddly enough with this picture, it was really last minute. I literally walked through a tree, held a branch for Summer to walk through, and then was like, stop, just pointed my camera and shot. It was just a one-off. I didn't really, when I looked at the camera, I mean, pretty much on the day when I looked back at all the photos on the back of the camera, I was just like, oh, it's not, like, I wasn't like in love with the pictures kind of thing. It was just a case of like, okay, like hopefully like they'll come out well in the edit. But I always find that when I'm shooting in like a wooded area or trees or anything, I just find that the greens for me is what puts me off a lot of them, because I find the greens are like they take away from the picture basically. So when I got back and I edited the pictures, this picture was just like probably my favourite from the day, this one and another one that I'm going to show you. But yeah, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to pop my preset on it, and as you can see, like the way that I've just done through it, obviously you can see all my settings here. So I've brought the exposure up, hide the contrast, drop the highlights, up the shadows, down the whites, up the blacks. But yeah, and then obviously turn the vibrance up a bit and then drop the saturation. I've got a slight curve on there, there's nothing major. But where I normally do like most of my edits is in the colours. Well, I say the edit, but I manipulate the colours a bit more, so it just softens it. Like, as you can see with the greens, I've just softened them, in my opinion, a lot more, which just contrast really with the face. It just sort of washes it out a bit more, and as you can see, like, it just works. It just really works. Oh, I'm having a fit. Yeah, so I really like that. That's how I normally always edit my greens. I just wash them out a little bit more and change the colour ever so much, so it just softens it, and instead of when you're looking at the picture you just see all these green leaves around, it just tones them down. Yeah, so that's pretty much it. So as you can see, obviously I manipulate all the colours, desaturated greens, the blues, the pinks. I add grain as well. I think it's cool. A lot of people probably don't like it, or they do it too much or what have you, but I love the grain. So if I move on to another picture then, I'll pretty much show you the same thing. Well, actually what I'll do is I'll do like a little before and after. So there you go, there's a bit of a better expression. So as you can see, when you look at the one like before, in my opinion, when I look at that, I'm just straight away attracted to the green leaves. And yeah, that's not what I wasn't going to take a picture of leaves, I was taking a picture of summer. So in my opinion, on my edit, it just softens it, and you can see the shadows more, like the shadows are more pulled out in the image, and I much prefer that. But yeah, so I'll move on to this one then. So again, another shot. This one obviously is more the ground, so you've got more of the browns and the oranges from the leaves that have fall through rather than the greens. But again, if I put my preset onto that, it's gonna work. There we go. And then I'm just going to brighten it really, because that's all it really needs. Oh, a bit too much there. So yeah, so again, as you can see, browns, everything like that are exactly the same. Obviously the image is a little bit brighter, highlights down, shadows up, whites down, blacks up. Same thing on the vibrance and saturation, same little curve. And exactly the same with the colours, literally exactly the same. It's the same preset, same grain, everything. So all I've done is brighten it, and you can still see again, like the colours in the leaves. I just prefer them more desaturated. It's just what I prefer, really. So yeah, so let's move on to another photo in this one. So obviously, as you can see, the way I shot it, it's really dark. It's very dark. She was laying on a wet log, bless her. Wasn't the best moment for her, but yeah. So I'll pop my preset on. So again, when it wants to stay on the image, really similar way that I did it before. Down with the highlights, up with the shadows, down with the white blacks, blah blah blah. Obviously high contrast. This one, obviously, I turned the exposure up quite a bit, but again, desaturated on the leaves. So same curve, it's exactly the same. Like, it's just the way that I prefer it to look. Obviously this one is a lot more warmer than the other one, granted, but I just think it works with the orange and the dress as well. Like the way in which the dress sits, I just think it works so well. And it's like very vampire-esque. I mean, the way in which I sort of was visioning it anyway, it's very like Twilight. Just that sort of, I'm just trying to find another one. This one here. So as you can see, yeah, so same, exactly the same preset, like you can see for yourself, like it's on the side. But yeah, that's just how desaturated the leaves, brought up the exposure to brighten the dress, and it just warms itself up, really. Obviously, like, it's not a very warm picture, but you get exactly what I mean. But yeah, so that's for me. They're probably like some of my favourite images from that day. But that's pretty much how I edit. So I hope you enjoyed. I'll probably do another editing video, maybe of some rollers, I don't know, maybe some car stuff. People like the car stuff. And yeah, hope to see you soon. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and take it easy.